Hey everybody, it's American Fast Food Stories, Saturday, October 10th, 2020. So today I want to talk about an article that I found on MSN.com yesterday. It's written by Miriam Carey, and it's about fast food items that were flops that people think deserve a comeback. So an LTO is a limited time offer, and you see it all the time. Fast food places will bring out an item for a 6-week period or so and run an advertising campaign to try to generate new traffic, people that normally wouldn't come and eat, say a Big Mac. People, they get very emotional about it. They've set up Twitter accounts in the memory of these food items. They've signed petitions to try to get them to bring some items back, and sometimes it worked. Sometimes they did bring them back. So 1979, Pizza Hut, they had their sit-down restaurants. That was their heyday, really, back in the 70s. They had a taco pizza. It was a regular pizza topped with ground beef, tomatoes, lettuce, and it was covered in a zingy taco sauce. I'm not sure what zingy is, but it was apparently had a kick to it. And the advertising motto they had, or the catchphrase they had, was pizza-looking, taco-tasting pizza. All right, so it looked like a pizza, but it tasted like a taco. You may have heard of the Mcdlt. This styrofoam packaging is it's really why it went away. The sentiment of the BLT was to keep everything separate. So you had your patty on one side, and you had your lettuce and your tomato on the other side. And so it kept the salad from going soggy. But 1988, because of the styrofoam containers, that sandwich went away. There's really no other way to do it that would be effective. Taco Bell, they had a seafood salad back in 1986. It was really trying to compete with the McDonald's more healthier option, the Filet-O-Fish. So this consisted of shrimp, whitefish, snow crab, black olives, and salad leaves. I don't think I'd order it. What about Burger King? So they do this all the time. So Burger King back in 1987 brought out the burger bundles. So they're little burger buddies. Well, that's what they called them when they brought them back. Actually, they called them burger shots in 2004. And then I think around 2008, 2009, they brought them back as burger buddies. They're all the same stuff. They're trying to compete with White Castle sliders. But, they were actually not a bad product if you like the Burger King char grilled taste. It was a Burger King burger, just a smaller version of it. You got to eat it in one bite. Perfect if you're driving and trying to drive and eat. But when I worked for them, I noticed that when we had the Burger Buddies, they sold really well when we had the translate up on the menu board and when we highlighted it at drive-thru. But as soon as we took that down, just like anything else, no one bought them. They rotted in the holding units till we threw them away. So I've not experienced the McPizza, but apparently, well, not apparently, they did. 1980s, McDonald's came out with a McPizza. It was only in select stores in the US and in the UK markets. But it had cheese, pepperoni, green pepper, and onion. But they had to phase it out. It was just the speed of service. It was killing them. I guess in 2017 they brought it back to a few stores. I never witnessed it. But what I did have were the Mighty Wings. It's when they came out in 2013. I was unaware, or maybe I forgot, that they had them in 1990. I thought the taste was great. They were crispy. They had a little spicy flavor to them. But when they were bad, they were horrible. If they were held too long. McDonald's is usually pretty good about that, but I noticed when they first came out, they were hot and fresh and they were delicious. But then after they had them for a little while, you'd order them and they were old and not a good product. They didn't hold well. And I do remember in 2013 when they came out as well, what they did to the wing market. The prices went sky high because they introduced them around Super Bowl weekend, which is a big wing time. So the prices went through the roof. Staying with McDonald's in 1991, they had the Mclean deluxe. It was 91% fat-free. It had 10 grams of fat compared to 26 grams in the Big Mac. It flopped, and it went away in 1996 because people generally don't go to McDonald's for that kind of product. McDonald's did a Mclobster in 1993. I never tried that. I've had product similar to this over the years. So the lobster roll at McDonald's came with shredded lettuce and a lobster sauce. And They had it up in New England and Canada, where lobster rolls are pretty big in New England in general, but it's usually in the summer. There were no issues that I'm aware of with McDonald's not serving real lobster meat. From what I understand, it was real lobster meat. But I remember last summer there was a group that went around and they did DNA testing on these lobster sandwiches being offered at some restaurants, and not a lot of them had real lobster. 1997, McDonald's came out with a Big and Tasty. So it was a Whopper-like burger. 1997, they rolled it out in California, and then in 2000, they did it nationwide. It was a quarter-pound beef patty with tomato, lettuce, and onions, and there was a new sauce. And then it moved on and off the dollar menu, and then eventually in 2011, they got rid of it. So Burger King, always trying to promote their breakfast. Breakfast is not a big day part for them. Well, in the Northeast anyway. Down south, breakfast does rather well. In 1998, they brought out the Cine Minis to try to compete with, Cinnabon, TJ Cinnamons. That was a big thing that Arby's bought TJ Cinnamons, I guess in the late 80s, early 90s, and they were putting those in a lot of the Arby restaurants. So, Burger King wanted to compete, and they brought the Cine Minis out. They actually did pretty good. You get a 4-pack for 99 cents, and you got your little thing of icing with them, so you can put it on there. See, for me, that's an inconvenience. I don't want to have to work. That's why I don't like crab legs. That's another story. So they discontinued them in the 2000s. People were very upset. They created an online petition. People get really emotional. They had over 2,700 supporters demanding they return it. So they brought them back out in 2018. They had nice little displays on the counter. I don't know if you saw them. And when they were cooking them or heating them in the back, they actually smelled pretty good. Bring that aroma to the restaurant. But they got rid of them again. 2018, they were gone. So in 2010, Burger King, they brought out ribs. Yeah, these look a little well done. Those Duke broilers, well, I don't know. They were pork ribs. It was promotional. It was an incredible success. I was actually part of that test. One of the markets that I controlled up in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, northeastern Pennsylvania, we were one of the first markets to test this. It did very well. They were very expensive, though. They were like over $7 US. So people that were willing to pay it, they ran out. There was a big supply issue. So before the promotion ended, the ribs were gone. So they never brought them back. So I would say, move on to KFC. One of the most disgusting things is this Double Down. I mean, my opinion, it looks disgusting and unedible. What they did, it's basically a chicken sandwich with bacon, and instead of buns, the chicken is the bun. I don't know how you even eat this. People liked it. They were excited for it. And so in 2013, Burger King thought it would have been a good idea to not only have onion rings and their traditional French fries, but to have a Satis fry. A Satis fry. It was a crinkle-cut fry. It was light and crunchy. It was 40% less fat and 30% less calories than the regular fries. People, again, they don't go to Burger King to get diet French fries, so they phased it out. Sonic, rarely do I care what goes on there. I've never really, gotten a good anything at Sonic. But back in 2015, they had this French toaster. So this is a rare breakfast LTO from Sonic. And it actually wasn't bad. It was a limited edition. It was a big sandwich. It had sausage, bacon, egg, American cheese. It came on 2 pieces of French toast. So if you like that, it was kind of sweet, but it was available all day, and it came with a side of syrup. So the last one we're going to look at is from Burger King. Yes, the whopperito. In 2016, Burger King's in the U.S. started selling this. It was like a Tex-Mex burger. It had all the Whopper ingredients: beef, onions, lettuce, tomato, cheese, pickles. Plus, it had this spicy cheese sauce in place of the mayonnaise, and it was served on a flour tortilla. Now, I never tried it, but the people, they loved it, but it went away. Hey, that's a look at fast food things that are gone, that a lot of people are angry about. Again, it's an article on MSN.com, written by Miriam Carey. It was posted yesterday. Check it out. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.